Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slam City Wrestling SCW Aggieland, being held in front of 835 people at the Philanthropy Theater. The lights flicker on and off in the arena as Atticus is seen walking to the arena before the show officially begins with Otis and Christian. Vandal 48 is angry, upset, and pissed off about what happened with Ron Killings and Cohen. Atticus starts to talk about the cleanse, stopped, and continue with the removal of Ron Killings regardless of the outcome. Cohen goes up to stand up, and Atticus tells him to sit the fuck down. Cohen does. Atticus is unhinged and says Vandal 48 has been promoted, but pushed to the side, and that ends tonight. Atticus says that there is a new era of violence upon you reaping. Atticus does not appear to be stopping when one called Manders shows up running his mouth on the outside, and Vandal 48 hops off and begins a fight with Manders. Manders struggling to break him off. Eventually, the sides separate. So we're going to start off with a 38. Manders was terrible with no script. Vandal 48 was great. Commentary was fantastic. A 38 to start Slam City Wrestling here tonight in Aggieland, which is in College Station, Texas. All right. The new SCW champion Gage Kid and Coughlin are shown together on screen. This is just to handle a turn, everybody. We're going to go and promote it. At least one of the workers is it a gimmick. Would you like to continue the segment without addressing the file? No. We're going to go ahead and turn. Heel. The turns are going to be what the turns are. It is what it is. I need them happening. We've built up 15 to 20 segments, and they're just not telling me it's going to be a good turn. So we're just going to do it to align everyone the way we need to. Good morning, AJ Styles. All right. 55. First up, in an exceptional match, Gringo Loco defeats ACH with a pinfall with a 450 splash. 65 overall, 57 and 35 for ACH and Gringo. 55 and 60 overall. All right. Next up, and about that had good heat and decent wrestling, Lindsay Snow and Sawyer Wreck defeats Dulce Tormenta and Maki Ito when Lindsay Snow pinned Ito. In terms of the ring work, Ito was head and shoulders above everyone else. 55, 31, 38, and 42. So Ito's getting a lot of interest from other companies right now. So we're going to go ahead and continue to push Lindsay Snow, Sawyer Wreck, etc., get them turned, get them aligned, and really use them along with the newly signed Dulce Tormenta as really just women we can build around. 50 overall. All right, next up in an exceptional match, one called Manders, Eddie Kingston and Matt Cardona defeat Adam Brooks, Mance Warner, and Tom Lawler when one called Manders pins Brooks with a Dr. Bomb. 53, 62, 64, 68, 74, 52. The Cardona and Mance Warner storyline has advanced, the one that started at day 2. 70 overall, absolutely banger of a match. All right, next up in a match that had good wrestling and good heat, Ace Austin defeats Gino Medina in 11 with a House of Cards. Now, here's an interesting fact. I just saw Gino Medina at Reality Wrestling, Booker T's Houston-based promotion featuring WWID talent, and he was fantastic. He actually had Zilla Fatu come in and save him, and then they teamed up against Trick Williams and AJ Francis. So we're going to be pushing, and I think we're going to sign Gino Medina. 72-23. Medina's not quite as up there as you might think, but he's actually really good in real life. 62. Next up, La Hija de Guadalajara is backstage with La Hydra. La Hydra simply looks at Guadalupe's championship and smiles and then walks away. So, obviously, Guadalupe's lost a couple times. Not much. La Hydra is just brought in. She wants the title. So, we're definitely keeping an eye on that. All right, next up in a story that had superb wrestling and good heat, Gabe Kidd and Alex Coughlin, your SCW champion, defeats Big and Bad when Gabe Kidd pins Tremont with a sick kick. Gabe Kidd carried the match 53, 53, 49, 68 for Sam, Matt, Coughlin, and Kidd down the line. All right, next up, Mike and Cohen are on the screen to let it know it's official. Next show, Clutch City, we're going to see one called Manders take it on Atticus Kogar. Tremont will be taking on Ace Austin in Ace's first deathmatch debut for the title. 55 overall here. Not for the title, just his first deathmatch. And in the main event, El Fantasmo defeats Ortiz in a ladder match when Fantasmo retrieved the Hung Championship belt. It was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. He makes defense number 1 of the title, and he beats him in back-to-back matches. 75 and 56. And again, we're amazing at commentary. Let's go and end the show here. Should be at least a 62 or 63. Oh my God. So it's a 70. This show increased our popularity in only 4 regions, which is interesting because one might assume it would have got us a little bit higher, but irregardless, an absolutely fantastic fantastic show, our best of all time, here at SCW Aggieland as the workers and, everyone else continues to get better. But until next time, this is me, Mikey Bro, wishing you a glorious rest of your day. We'll see you next time, and this was Aggieland.